Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club for their clubhouse on a wonderful, hot, muggy day. It's really hot in this room. We have season number 1 of World of Sports. Let's see what these guys come up with. Their last attempt wasn't satisfactory, let's say. So hopefully this changes it. Let's introduce ourselves. Let's go from my left to my right. Just give me your name and your age, please.
My name is Jaden, and I'm 11 years old.
Welcome, Jaden. What you waiting for? Delay. He talks, you talk. He talks.
My name is Jadia, and I'm 11 years old.
Welcome, Jadia.
My name is Elijah, and I'm 12.
Okay. Elijah's the old one here. Welcome, guys. So we left off last week with giving we didn't do episode number 1. So technically, this is episode number 1 of World of Sports. Let's see. Let me see. I always pick the wrong one. I don't know why I think it's the pink one. It's supposed to be this one. That's the job. So I'm supposed to give you a clap, but so we were supposed to do the World of Sports. So everyone picked a different sport. So just give me a little synopsis of what you guys have done, if you did any research, and or even what you know about the sport just in general. Why you picked the sport. So let's start off with you today. Just give me a little bit about your sport. And don't sound like a robot, be reading off a piece of paper because no one wants to listen to that. So first, tell them what's your sport.
My sport is handball.
Handball. I don't know if any of you guys ever play handball. You ever play handball?
Yeah.
Yeah? You play handball before?
Gym.
Yeah.
In gym? Upstairs?
Yeah.
Upstairs.
How you play upstairs? Handball. We got matted walls. The walls.
We put the
No, we
cones
put cones, and if you score through the cones, then
Yeah.
it's a point.
I don't know what kind of handball you'll play upstairs. A handball is supposed to be like you hit it on a wall. It's almost like you're playing racquetball or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what handball you play upstairs. I used to play Chinese handball. You ever play the Chinese handball?
No.
No.
Oh, I gotta tell you about that one. That's a goodie. Chinese handball is the bomb. So handball. So how many people play handball? You guessing? You don't know how many people play? 18 people play at one time. How many people play? It's not a trick question.
It's basically like teams.
Okay, how many people play?
It could be like teams of 5, teams.
No, what kind of handball you playing? What kind of handball you playing? This is the handball in the gym is not the handball sport that I'm thinking about. I don't know about you. Handball is pretty similar to tennis, pretty similar to racquetball. There is 2 lines that tell you, out on either side, left or right. There's a line in the front that tells you when the ball is too short. There's a line in the back that tells you when the ball is too far back. And only really 4 people play. 2 teams. One is like, let's say you 2 guys play. You're on the left side. You're on the right side, and then me and my buddy play on the back side. You serve. I hit the ball. We keep hitting it until I get you guys down. Then I move up. Then I serve. And when I'm serving, is the only time I could get points. So that's how we play in the streets. That's the way we always played. And usually games are like 21, which is again like table tennis. Is pretty much the same thing, but not no 15 people are playing. 4 people the most. Sometimes we play 1-on-1, but usually 2 people to a team. Okay, what else do you learn about handball? How much a handball cost? Let's start there.
Handball could be like any ball, like $2.
Yeah, it can't be like any ball. I try playing. You ever had those little balls that you pay like 50 cents in the machine? And they're like super bouncing balls.
Yeah.
I tried playing handball one of those one time. It wasn't it. Those balls bounce all over the place. If you try to hit it hard, it just be like all the way in the air somewhere. Usually the handballs that we play with are like blue balls. They look like blue.
Oh,
or
yeah,
the black
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
They're made for handball. The rubber's a little thicker. Some people, some old school cats, they play with the black ball, which is like the racket ball. It's really, really hard. It's like a small little black ball. And they usually wear gloves. If not, your hands be all sore. But I seen some old school cats do that. I do the blue ball. So what else about the sport do you know?
I know that Carl Skenzen. He started handball in 1890.
1890? He must be from the Bronx. He's probably from the Bronx. We ain't had that many sports. You hit a ball on the wall, and they call it the handball.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's good. That's a good start. All right, let's go to the next guy. What's your sport? What do you know about it? And Miguel's waving his hand like he knows anything. He had 3 weeks to do a sport before, and he learned less than what he knew the day before. What is your sport, sir?
My sport is golf.
Golf. Okay. Tell me a little bit about golf.
Um,
Have you ever played golf?
yeah, in my school, outside.
You play like
Something. I
like
don't know,
Mario
bro.
Brothers golf? Or what kind of golf you play?
know.
Because you guys don't actually get out and play sports. Your sports is basically electronics. Oh yeah, I play basketball. I play NBA Live. No. Do you have a basketball and you go outside and play? That's what I'm talking about.
I do that.
So you do play golf, or you played golf before, right? Most likely mini golf,
I
right?
mean, I
Mini
see
golf.
people play it.
Or you seen people play? You never play mini golf? You never play mini golf? Mini golf is good. So give me a little bit about the sport. What do you know about it?
The person that makes the most money in the
Right
golf,
to it. Right to the most money. That's all you want to hear. How about the poor guy?
the Paul.
The poorest. Tell me the poorest guy in golf.
I don't know that.
You know, I don't know it either. I'm just saying. All right. So who's the richest golf player?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
I guess it would be. I mean, he hasn't won a tournament in a while, but I guess in endorsements, Nike and all those, he's still got a big value.
Yeah, definitely.
How many holes in golf? Ooh, right to it. You don't even know that? All right, you shouldn't be picking golf. You know how many holes? Anyone from the table? Anyone know how many holes in golf? Not the ones over there. I don't want to know about them. You know?
8?
Huh? No. 18.
Oh, 18.
18. So what they usually say is the first 9, and then they say the back 9. So usually when you play golf, is the first 9 holes are called the first 9 holes, and then when you start like 10, 11, 12, they're saying, oh, what round are you in? You be like, oh, I'm in the back 9. That means that you're in the later rounds of your 18 holes. So it's 18 holes. That's a very important thing to know. Do you know anything about the scoring on it?
Scoring?
Yeah, have you ever heard the scoring before?
Yeah, to get the ball in the hole.
No, you get the ball in the hole, but I'm talking about the scoring. Like when you write the score down, you know how they say like 15 under par, 10 under par, 8 under par. Do you know what that means?
No.
I guess Miguel should have picked golf because he seems to know a little more than you. So under par that means that they'll give you, let's say you're in the first hole. They say this hole is par 3. That means that you have 3 chances to get the ball into the little hole. That's par 3. So a lot of people, they get it in less than 3 chances. They get it maybe they get it in 2. So then you'll be one under. So you'll be -1 under par. So that means that you got it 1 shot before they kind of rate it. So your hole is 3. It should take you 3 shots. You did it in 2. So you're doing great. And that's how the scoring is. That's what sometimes you hear the scoring, you may see like Tiger Woods score. It might be like -52 or something like that. You'd be like, that means that he did 52 shots less than they asked him to do. But this is like 3 games. They total it. So let's say 18 holes. Maybe he saves 1 shot in the first one. Maybe the second one he doesn't. So forth and so on. What's the most famous shot in golf? Don't help him either. What's the most famous? If Miguel gets this, I'm taking the sport away from you.
Well, you could do that, bro.
Oh, I'm taking it away from you. If Miguel gets this is the most questions he's ever answered at any time. At any time. Yeah. I've asked him his name, he got it wrong. I've asked him his age, he got it wrong. So if he could get this question right, you have to give up your sport. Miguel, what's the most famous hole? Yeah, for real. Scream it out. What's the most famous hole? Yeah, the most famous shot, the most famous hole. Come on, you can't. Huh? You don't know? Or you do know? You ain't got no pressure on you.
I saw it, but I don't remember.
All right, so we got it. So, huh? Yes, the most famous hole is a hole in one. That means when whatever the scoring is, if you take 1 shot and you get it in 1 shot, it's a hole in one. So that's the most famous shot. All right, well, you almost lost your sport. Next, what's your sport?
Boxing. Yes.
International, amateur, where we at? Professional boxing. So give me a little bit about boxing.
So boxing was created in 688 BC.
Ooh, before Christ?
Yeah, but it was created for like hand in hand.
Combat,
and
like a little hand-to-hand combat.
yeah, but for the early Americans, it was created in the early 1700s. And the person who's made the most money, like in this, like right now, is Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo Alvarez, good boxer.
Yeah, and the most famous boxer in history is Muhammad Ali.
Okay, so Canelo Alvarez is probably the highest paid now. I don't know. Floyd still be making money, so
Yeah.
Floyd is probably one of the top ones. What else you know about boxing? Give me a little bit. What kind of equipment are we using for boxing?
We're using gloves. You can mouthpiece. There's a decision if you want to wear headgear. That's
Yeah,
only
when you're an amateur, you wear headgear, but when you
Yeah.
become professional, that headgear comes off,
that's for the weak.
and you get no, it's not for the weak. But
Yes, it
when
is.
you're an amateur, you're not getting paid for it, so you get pam 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 pam, you'll be all right. But when you start making that money, people want to see those cuts, the eyes, jammies. They want to see all that stuff. So they take off that headgear, and you get the lumped up. You get the real lumps. Yeah. What else you know about boxing?
I know the top 5 people that like are known for champions.
Do you know the different belts?
The different belts.
Yeah, I think I told you before.
There's strawweight, light flyweight.
Oh no, I'm sorry, not the different belts. The different organizations. I'll give you one of them, like WBC. So that's one of them. And then, do you know any of them? There's like 3 of them, and if you get a title from all 3 of them at the same weight class, and then you become the undisputed champion at that weight class. Floyd Mayweather was an undisputed champion. Mike Tyson was undisputed champion. Muhammad Ali, I don't know if he was. Huh? Carnelo's undisputed. Okay, so once you have all 3 belts from the 3 different major federations, then you basically the man. That means that anybody in any of the 3 federations, they have to fight you because you're the champion in that sport.
Wow.
You're the champion for that weight class. So you should look up the 3. Those are really important. There's one that stands out more than the other. But to tell you the truth, all 3 of them matter when they're together. And they could strip you off your belt. Like if you refuse to fight somebody, then they could take that belt away from you and give it to the number 1 contender, or leave it vacant, and then the number 1 contender fight somebody else for the belt. Sometimes that happens also.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So what else? Is it a sport that almost any average person could get into?
Yeah, you can get into. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it costs too much. I mean, maybe to get gloves and stuff like that. Or you need shorts also.
Yeah, shorts.
You need shorts. For women, you need to wear one of those chest protectors. They have a chest protector for women. It's like a light cushion because you get hit in the chest a lot. So for women, it's a chest protector. But for males, there isn't. And that's pretty much it. Mouthpiece. You need boots because the running around and jumping on that little puffy ring, it could mess up your ankles. So usually they have like these boots that are pretty high and you tie them pretty tight. I'm gonna give you a question for you to research because you're not gonna know the answer now. But there's a whole bunch of different weights on the gloves, different ounces.
Oh.
So there might be like 10-ounce gloves, 8-ounce gloves. There's a reason for that, and there's also stop doing that.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. And there's also a preference. Like when champions fight, you could pick what gloves you want. That could be into your contract.
Yeah.
So sometimes you may get a glove that's let's say you get who's a good, let's say Everlast. You get an Everlast glove. Those used to be famous in the 70s and 80s. But you get an Everlast glove that's 10 ounces. And then you get the same 10 ounces, but in a Mexican glove, a Mexican company. It's totally different. Because the Mexicans, they put all the padding on the wrist. So it's still the same weight when you weigh it, but all the padding is on the wrist. So that means that the glove itself has less padding. So that's why when they hit you with those gloves, it really, really hurts. So some people like to have a lot of padding on the gloves. Some people like to have less padding. So, you have to put that into the contract.
Yeah.
And some people don't like it, especially with Mexican boxers. They be like, we're fighting without gloves. People be like, oh, I don't know. And they go back and forth because when those Mexican guys hit you with those gloves, it's like them hitting you with the knuckles. It's like those gloves matter. So a lot of people are scared and they don't let them fight. I think one of the name brands is Reyes. Reyes, it seems to stand out to me, but that's one of the name brands. That's enough about boxing. So what are you guys gonna research? What's some information that you need to know about your sport? We'll go around. We'll start with you.
How much players are on each team?
Okay, that's important. Maybe the dimensions of the handball court. I don't know. Like we all know, a football field is 100 yards, but maybe in your case, the dimensions of the court will be important. And how long do these sports take place? Like, you know how long a average handball game takes? What about a golf game?
What I
Just an
have to-
average. No, if you had to guess, how long do you think it takes to play 18 holes? It's a guess.
3 hours, 2
It's
hours.
it's probably a few hours. They usually start very early in the morning, so it could be, depending on how many people are playing, but it could be 3-4 hours, even 5 hours to do 18 holes. What about boxing match? You could do the math real quick. How long are the rounds?
Like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. And how many rounds we said it was for a championship?
12.
12. Boom. 12 times 3. Math problem.
36.
36 minutes. So it should, an average boxing match, besides the 2 minutes in between, and when they have to get that little break between the bell and stuff like that. So you're figuring a boxing match is probably about an hour and a half,
Yeah.
if that. So about an hour and a half. So that's important because they don't have to be there for 3 hours getting hit. It's basically an hour and a half if you go all the way to the 12th round. So that's important.
You seen the Floyd versus Conor McGregor one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Conor went all out first round and he didn't even notice the second round was coming.
Because he's not a real boxer. He's usually, what's that, the MMA that he does? UFC?
Yeah.
And over there, they do, I think, 3 or 5 rounds of 3 minutes, and you need to get it in quick. And then boom, 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 bam, boom, ding, dang, 15 minutes, you out of here. 15 seconds, and they want to be out. They want to yoke them, give them a little yoke, and that's it. Put them on the sideline, give them my money, and let me go have a drink.
The rounds were like 10 rounds.
Yeah, they're fast. Those rounds are fast. All right, guys. Well, muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Hopefully, we'll get some other sports. People start doing some research. You got a lot of research to do. Hopefully, you're up to this. All right, guys. Let's say goodbye.
Bye.
You're the weakest bye ever in the world. Yeah, you guys are the worst.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.